Welcome back to the Longarm Quilting Business Show. I'm Lindell from the Quilt Room in Melbourne, Australia. And as this episode is being released, I'm teaching at the Australian Machine Quilters Festival in Adelaide, South Australia. I've missed releasing episodes over the last couple of weeks because I've been super busy preparing for my classes here. But I'm pumped to get back into it and talk today about gear that's actually worth spending money on. Because let's be real, there is a lot of quilting gadgets out there and not all of them are worth your hard-earned cash. I've made my fair share of bad purchases, but I've also found some absolute game changers. So today I'm saving you the headache and sharing the tools that are actually worth the splurge. Let's get into it. So tip number 1, invest in a decent longarm machine. Yes, it's a huge investment. Tens of thousands of dollars sometimes. But if quilting is your business, it's 100% worth it. If you're not ready or able to spend that kind of money yet, you could look into starting with a mid-arm, although longer term this will not be suitable for a business. Or even better, find a good quality second-hand machine. Longarms are industrial machines. They are designed to last for decades, so don't be afraid to purchase second-hand. Whatever you do, don't suffer through with a machine that's not built for the job. You'll just be making life harder for yourself. Tip number 2, get yourself some good rulers. Yep, rulers are expensive to buy, so just get some basics to start. You need the 1/4 inch thick ones, especially designed for longarm quilting machines. Don't make the mistake of picking up domestic rulers. Rulers keep things crisp, straight rulers for clean lines, circles for smooth curves, and a few specialty shapes like feather spines if you're feeling fancy. If you're just starting out, grab a solid straight edge and a couple of different size curves. This will quite literally get you through 95% of custom quilts. My favourite straight edge is from Beth Ann Namesh, who runs White Arbor Quilting, and I have a couple of favourite curved rulers from Westerly, and a couple of others I love that are designed by Angela Walters for creative grids, and they have a grip on the bottom so that they don't slip around. Tip number 3 is don't buy cheap thread. Stick to high quality thread. Open a wholesale account so you're getting it at wholesale prices. Find a couple of brands that your machine likes because we know they all like different threads, and stock up. Buy mostly neutrals with some pretty colours sprinkled in. And don't buy too much. When thread gets old, it starts to break. I mainly use Wonderful Confetti for cotton. I love Glide or Isocord for a shiny finish. And So Fine just blends beautifully with all quilts. So yes, these kind of brands can cost a little more, but trust me, it will save you time and frustration in the long run. Tip number 4, invest in an anti-fatigue mat or 2. Now this is quite a recent purchase for me and I wish I had have done it years ago because standing on hard floors for hours at a time is brutal. But a good anti-fatigue mat makes all the difference. Get one that's at least 1/2 inch thick and big enough to move around on. Your body will thank you after those marathon quilting sessions. Tip number 5 is some really good sharp snips or scissors. If you're still using those cheap plastic handled scissors from the supermarket, stop right now. Get yourself a good pair of snips, sharp, small and comfortable to hold. They make trimming threads easy and keep your work looking clean. I like the embroidery snips, which have a curved end. It makes it easier to get in nice and close to the quilt when trimming those threads. Tip number 6 is a tension gauge. Nothing ruins a quilt faster than bad tension. A tension gauge measures your bobbin tension before you start. It's not going to be 100% perfect all the time, but it means you are starting from a much better place than guessing. And tip number 7 is zippered leaders. I may have talked about these before, but if you have the option to buy zippered leaders for your machine, do it. Mine have paid for themselves over and over. I mainly use them when I'm 3 or 4 days into a custom quilt and I just need a rest. I'll zip that quilt straight off, zip on an edge to edge, and I'm away. Full disclosure, I also use them when I have a lot of unpicking to do on a quilt. It's slightly more bearable unpicking in front of the TV with a glass of wine. Now, do you need all of these things right away? Nope. But if you're serious about quilting, whether as a business or just to make your life easier, these are the tools I'd put at the top of the list. Don't waste time on junk that'll just frustrate you. Start with one or two of these upgrades and you'll notice the difference immediately. So here's your homework. Pick one tool you've been thinking about. Maybe it's better thread, maybe it's some different rulers, or finally ditching those dodgy scissors, and give it a go this week. And if you've got a favourite tool that I haven't mentioned, I would love to hear about it. I really love hearing about what is working for other quilters. So please send me a DM on Instagram at the Quilt Room Australia. Thanks for tuning into this episode of the Longarm Quilting Business Show. Please subscribe to the show to be notified about new episodes. And if you like what you hear, I'd love for you to leave a rating or a review. It helps others to find me. Here's to quilting smart and living well.